Archangel Micheal says the veil is thin tonight. The silence you feel is not peace, it's warning. Something sacred is unraveling, and you must listen. There are only 30 seconds left before the paper is signed. Your name is inked in places you've never seen. Your ex has already placed their hand on the final page. A cold wind moves through the walls of your home. It carries the echo of conversations you were never meant to hear. They've already contacted the lawyer behind your back. A photograph on your shelf just tilted on its own. Its frame cracked down the center like a broken vow. Behind the smiling faces is a storm that's been waiting to rise. You told them everything, every fear, every scar. Now they are using your truths as weapons. Their silence wasn't distance, it was calculation. Your dreams have been strange lately. Rooms you've never seen, voices that whisper but never finish. They were trying to show you, your spirit knew before your eyes did. Archangel Micheal says they touched the papers with trembling hands. Not out of guilt, but hunger. There's a part of them that wants to see you fall. A lawyer's door creaked open at 2:13 a.m. Your name was mentioned before you could even wake. It was done in the cold, over coffee and calculation. You trusted them with your house, your memories, your breath. They gave it to someone else in a sealed envelope. Not to protect, but to possess. You walk through your house, but something is off. The air is too still, like it's waiting for something to break. The walls have ears, and they've heard the betrayal. The shadows on your ceiling are starting to change shape. They move like smoke, restless and aware. They know what's coming before you do. They told the lawyer you wouldn't fight back. That your heart was too soft, too tired to rise. They counted on your silence being their shield. But you are not alone tonight. The sword is drawn in another realm. And it gleams with the fury of justice too long delayed. Your ex looked at your signature and smiled. Not with love, but with the satisfaction of a thief. They thought the divine doesn't see closed rooms and locked drawers. Ashes fall from a burnt page in your drawer. It was the one paper you were meant to find. But someone tried to burn your protection before you could remember it. You think it's too late, but something sacred stirs. It claws its way up from the pit they buried it in. A secret that never died, only waited. There is a file on their desk you never knew existed. It holds deeds, letters, your name spelled with cold ink. Their fingerprints are on every lie. Your guardian angel weeps as they watch you sleep. They've been whispering warnings in your dreams. But the ticking is almost done now. Only 30 seconds left before the shift becomes permanent. The door between this realm and the next is groaning open. Once through, what was hidden will never be hidden again. Your ex's voice changed the night they met with the lawyer. It grew hollow, practiced, unnatural. They rehearsed betrayal like a monologue. Even the keys in your drawer have grown cold. They no longer open the same doors. Something is changing under your feet. There's a safe you forgot behind the old curtain. It calls your name in murmurs of dust and metal. Inside it, your last chance flickers. They wanted you to forget who you are. But blood remembers, even when memory does not. And your ancestors are not sleeping anymore. You feel the pressure behind your eyes. That's not anxiety, it's revelation breaking through. The truth is trying to claw its way out. Tonight, the floor creaks in threes. That's not the house, it's time folding in on itself. The moment you feared is already here. A feather fell on your desk, blue and glowing faintly. It didn't come from a bird. It came from the one who's been with you through every silent scream. Archangel Micheal says your ex walked into a trap they built themselves. They thought they could trick divine eyes with paper and ink. But the heavens wrote a different ending. You feel your pulse race, but it's not fear. It's the warrior inside you awakening. They can't take what was never truly theirs. You will open a drawer tonight and find what was hidden. It will be small, insignificant at first glance. But it will change the entire course of your life. Your ex's lawyer is not ready for the fire that's coming. Because they read law, but not truth. And truth burns hotter than any courtroom lie. You were never meant to lose the house. It was built on prayers, not contracts. It breathes with the soul of your resilience. You'll remember a conversation you didn't know you heard. Whispers in the kitchen, eyes that didn't meet yours. They planned this while smiling at your kindness. The knife in your back has your name on it. But so does the sword in your angel's hand. And it is already moving. They tried to bury you with documents and deceit. But they forgot, buried things grow roots. And what grows from betrayal is not weakness, but wrath. There will be a knock at 3:03 a.m. Not from them, but from something higher. It comes bearing both justice and mercy. Tears will fall, not out of grief, but release. Every sob will be a thread of power rewoven. Your spirit is repairing itself in real time. The house is more than a structure. It holds echoes of your strength, your children, your light. It will not be taken from you. They smiled when they signed the paper. But they didn't feel the heat rise from the ink. Heaven was watching, and the reckoning has begun. This secret was never about the house. It was about who you would become if they pushed you too far. And now, they've pushed too far. You feel your breath deepen. That's your soul anchoring to the truth. You are not lost, you are being reassembled. You'll find a name you didn't expect on a hidden document. It changes everything. It proves they lied from the beginning. Their control is slipping now. They feel it in their throat, dry and closing. The papers may burn, but the truth will remain. Your heart feels like it's breaking. Let it. What rises from the ashes will be untouchable. The sword of Micheal has struck the first blow. They can't see it, but they'll feel it. Justice doesn't knock twice. Your house is a sanctuary. No lie will dwell there anymore. The light is returning, even now. You are chosen not because you are perfect, but because you are pure in ways they could never imitate. And the divine protects its own. There will be a day soon when they look into your eyes. And they will see the fire they tried to smother. It will blind them. You were never abandoned. You were being refined. And the fire has made you unbreakable. The final truth is this: you were never alone in the war. Heaven has been fighting beside you the whole time. The last 30 seconds were not a countdown to loss. They were the ticking before your breakthrough. Now, the clock resets, for you. And Archangel Michael whispers your name, not in warning, but in blessing. Your enemies are scattering in confusion. Your justice is already written in flame and gold. Archangel Michael says the sand is running out fast. You're standing on the edge of something sacred and stolen. And the clock is louder than ever. The door you thought was shut creaks in a forgotten hallway. Behind it, shadows whisper with your name in their mouths. They are planning what you were never meant to know. Your house is not just bricks, it's breath and blood. It holds the memories of your laughter and every quiet collapse. Now, those walls are being negotiated like merchandise. They said nothing, but the silence was rehearsed. Your ex has already handed over what was never theirs to give. The lawyer's pen trembled only from greed, not guilt. Ashes fall from a burnt envelope you never opened. Inside it was your name, rewritten with betrayal. Now it's too late to pretend it was a mistake. The phone call happened at 3:06 a.m. They spoke your name like a secret too dangerous to say in daylight. Papers were passed beneath tables while you dreamed in false peace. You trusted them with your love, your home, your safety. They turned those into weapons, slowly and with a smile. Now they wear your trust like a stolen coat. The couch still holds the imprint of their body. But their spirit left long before their shadow did. They were planning your fall with every kiss you believed. You noticed the drawer was locked last week. It had never been locked before. That's where they hid the deed. The coffee stain on the counter hasn't dried in days. It smells like lies and lost time. That's where they made the call. The laughter in the lawyer's office wasn't professional. It was the sound of predators dividing prey. And your name was on every line. Your house papers are folded in a briefcase not your own. They rest against cold steel and colder hearts. And you never saw it coming. They knew you would be too tired to fight. They counted on your compassion to disarm you. Now they call it weakness in meetings behind your back. Archangel Michael says the veil is splitting. What was hidden in shadow is screaming toward the light. Justice is not quiet when it awakens. There is a photograph in your closet, torn but still clinging. It holds the face of the one who once promised forever. But even the smile looks hollow now. The knife wasn't in your back, it was in your name. Signed with hands that once held yours. Now those same hands hold the pen of deception. You'll remember a conversation out of nowhere. A joke they made about lawyers, disguised as nothing. It was a confession in plain sight. The foundation of your home shakes now and then. It's not the wind. It's the truth trying to break through the lies. They looked you in the eyes that morning. And still managed to walk out with the papers tucked away. As if your dreams meant nothing. There's a sound behind your walls at night. It's not mice or pipes. It's the past pushing forward. You'll find a crumpled note under the bed. It will be in your handwriting but feel foreign. That's what grief does, it rewrites memory. Their lawyer already knows your income, your debts, your doubts. They have a folder with your life in it. They're gambling on your collapse. The ceiling light flickers once, then twice. That's not bad wiring. It's a signal from what watches beyond. You will wake up knowing something is wrong. You'll check the drawers, the desk, the mail. But the damage is already written. They played the long game. Smiled through holidays and handled your tears. All while building their case behind locked doors. A letter you never mailed sits under your pillow. It speaks the words you thought too fragile to say. Now it feels like prophecy. The silence in your home is louder than thunder. It shakes the pictures, presses against your chest. It's trying to warn you. They've already made an offer on the house. Without your knowledge. Without your consent. And they think you won't do anything. They think the grief will swallow your courage. But they've forgotten what rises in a storm. There are eyes watching them from above. Not human. Not forgiving. You'll hear your name in a dream tonight. But it won't be their voice. It will be the sound of divine reckoning. You see the same crow 3 days in a row. It waits by your window like a sentry. It knows what's coming. They thought the law was on their side. But laws written by men can't erase cosmic debt. And theirs is overdue. A scent fills your room, smoke and lavender. It's the presence of something ancient. Something preparing to rise. They think the house is the prize, but the house is only the altar. The real battle is for your soul. Your ex's voice grows strange when they lie. You used to ignore it. Now it cuts like broken glass. There's a number scribbled in an old journal. You don't remember writing it. But it will lead you to the truth. The floorboard near your bed creaks a certain way. It always has. But now it sounds like a warning. Archangel Micheal says the sword has been lifted. Not to harm, but to divide the false from the true. And judgment always comes in silence before the roar. You'll stumble upon an old voicemail. One you thought you deleted. Their tone will betray everything they hid. The lawyer's eyes darken when your name is spoken. They feel what's coming but won't admit it. They're part of something bigger than they understand. A candle flickers without wind. Your angel just walked through. They carry a message sealed in gold. The last 30 seconds feel like forever. Because time bends when truth erupts. It's not a countdown, it's a resurrection. There is a piece of mail arriving tomorrow. It will look normal, but it carries a divine interruption. Don't ignore it. You are about to see something you weren't supposed to. An email sent in error. A document meant to stay hidden. Their signature is at the bottom of your undoing. But your initials are carved into destiny's stone. And no ink can erase that. You'll cry. Not because you're weak. But because your spirit has seen the truth and survived. They'll try to justify everything. With calm voices and clean paper. But the shadows remember their choices. The contract may be legal, but it is cursed by intention. And intention leaves stains no court can clean. The night before the storm, your body will tremble. You'll think it's anxiety. It's your soul preparing for war. They saw your kindness as currency. Spent it without remorse. But kindness backed by angels is unstoppable. You'll feel warmth at your back suddenly. It's not the heater. It's Micheal stepping through. Your tears hit the ground and something blooms. A sigil. A shield. The house is yours, not because of ownership, but because of bond, breath, and blessing. It will not be taken. Archangel Micheal says the final seal has broken. They wanted your house, but they triggered your ascension. Now, nothing can stop your restoration. A voice will rise within you. Not your own, but still familiar. It will speak the words your ex fears the most. You cannot take what was protected before you ever arrived. And they will feel it like thunder under their skin. The judgment is not yours, it belongs to something older. The papers they hold are ashes in waiting. The lies they told will echo back through every locked door. And truth will haunt them until they kneel. You are not losing your home. You are reclaiming your throne. And it was never empty. This betrayal was never about property. It was a spiritual ambush. And now the army behind you is awake. You are not broken. You are the storm. And it's already here. A final revelation breaks through the veil. They were warned once before, by a voice in their sleep, and now it is too late. Your blessing is this: every lie spoken against you becomes a stone in their own ruin. And every tear you shed has planted a field of divine vengeance and unstoppable rebirth. Archangel Micheal says time has teeth tonight. It's gnawing at the final seconds before everything is exposed. You must hear what was hidden before silence seals it shut. You feel it, even if you don't understand it yet. That uneasy tightness in your chest isn't just anxiety. It's the soul bracing for betrayal's final blow. A door creaks open in a forgotten hallway of your past. Inside is a box of memories they've twisted into evidence. They're building something cruel from the pieces you left in love. There's a letter beneath the floorboard with your name on it. They copied your signature without your knowing. Now it lies folded, whispering in legal tongues. The air in your home feels colder, heavier. It carries a charge like lightning waiting for a strike. That's not paranoia, it's warning. They've already met with someone in a glass-walled office. Your name was spoken, but not with respect. It was discussed like property, transferable, negotiable, disposable. The house you held together with aching hands is now in motion. It's being passed across desks behind your back. And your silence has been mistaken for surrender. Your ex smiles too easily now. Their eyes no longer match the warmth of their voice. They've rehearsed the moment when you find out too late. There's ink drying on a document right now. It holds lies shaped like facts. And a future they've tried to steal from you. Archangel Micheal says not every betrayal shouts. Some arrive wearing old perfume and familiar words. But underneath is a beast hungry for what isn't theirs. You can feel the shift in the floorboards. The house knows what's coming. Its very bones are bracing for the theft. Last week, they asked a strange question. It seemed harmless, casual. But it was meant to measure your readiness to fight. They watched you sleep, then stepped out to make a call. Their voice was steady when they said your name. Because they'd practiced the lie too many times to stutter. There's a creased photo frame on your dresser. It cracked down the middle without anyone touching it. That was your last warning. Their lawyer carries a folder marked confidential. Inside are pieces of your life that should have never left your hands. But someone gave them everything in secret. They didn't ask for forgiveness. They didn't even wait for your goodbye. They walked out with your future in a folder. You'll find something soon, a receipt, an email, a tone of voice. It will shatter what's left of your disbelief. And you'll realize they've been preparing this for months. They told you they were done fighting. But they were just switching weapons. Now they fight with signatures and silence. There's a light in the hallway that flickers only when you're alone. It's the presence of something ancient trying to warn you. You are not crazy, your spirit sees what the eyes miss. There are scratches on the mirror that weren't there before. Words written in steam that fade too fast to capture. But they're repeating, wake up. Look deeper. You hear their laughter echo from a locked memory. It doesn't sound the same anymore. It's too hollow, too rehearsed. They think you won't notice the missing key. They removed it while you slept. The one that opens the drawer where your truth once lived. You'll receive a call at a strange hour. The number will be blocked, the voice unfamiliar. But what it reveals will unravel everything. There is a dream that keeps coming back. A hallway, a door, a glowing feather left behind. That's not a dream, it's a map. You loved them like scripture. And they repaid you like a transaction. Now they're trying to buy what only your spirit can own. Your breath catches when you pass that one spot in the kitchen. It's where they stood when they made the decision. Where they chose ambition over loyalty. Their new confidence isn't growth, it's a mask. And underneath it is the same cold hand reaching for what's yours. But now it's legal, and lethal. There are voices in the silence. They speak in sighs and creaks and flickering lights. They want you to move, now. Your ex is making deals in dim rooms. They speak your name with the precision of strategy. Not love, not loss, just leverage. The house was never just a building. It was a vessel of your healing. Now it's on the line like a pawn in a quiet war. You feel the shift in the energy when you enter certain rooms. It's not spiritual clutter. It's residue from secrets whispered when you weren't home. Their lawyer wears a smugness born of unchecked lies. They believe this will be easy. But they've never dealt with someone divinely protected. You are not without power. You are not without angels. And they are not without consequences. Archangel Micheal says justice has already left its mark. They've watered the soil of your resistance. And now something sacred is breaking through the cracks. They thought this would end with your silence. They didn't count on your awakening. Now the tables will turn faster than they flipped them. You'll see signs in impossible places. A name scratched into wood, a paper falling with no wind. You're being shown the last missing piece. They tried to erase you in small, quiet ways. But divine hands are loud when justice is near. And they're already writing your vindication. The lawyer will receive a call they didn't expect. It will shake the ground beneath their plan. What they plotted in secret will be exposed in light. You will feel the heat return to your hands. That's the fire of rightful ownership. Your authority is being restored. The floor beneath your feet is stabilizing. Not because they stopped attacking, but because your angels just stepped between you and their aim. You'll be guided to say the right words at the right time. Not with rage, but with clarity. And the room will fall silent when you do. They tried to weaponize your kindness. But kindness sharpened by betrayal becomes divine armor. And you're wearing it now. There's a document hidden in plain sight. It bears a date that destroys their narrative. Keep it, it's your evidence. You are not too late. You are right on time. Because 30 seconds is all it takes to turn everything. Your voice will break open locked doors. Your spirit will rise above contracts and courts. And your truth will not be denied. They'll say it was all a misunderstanding. But your intuition knows better. And now, so does the universe. Archangel Micheal says the secret is this: they tried to steal your house. But what they really activated was your full anointing. Your pain has become a portal. Your story is being rewritten with fire. The ashes of this betrayal are becoming wings. You were never meant to fight this alone. That's why the sword glows in your dreams. That's why the shadows fear your breath. Tonight, you'll sleep and hear a name. A name you'll speak in the morning. It will unlock everything. Their plans are dissolving faster than they can rewrite them. What they held is slipping through divine fingers. Because they were never meant to hold it. You will weep, and it will feel like thunder inside you. But when the last tear falls, you'll rise like something untouchable. And in the final moment, when all seems lost, a knock will come. Not from your past, but from justice in human form. This is your blessing. Every attempt to break you becomes a brick beneath your rising. And the home they tried to steal becomes the throne from which you rule.